like to see. So if you don't know who Jared James is, he's one of the most popular real estate influencers in the world. He has over 50 million organic followers just in the last year, all organic. So you want to hear what he has to say. He also leads one of the top podcasts in the world today. And I want to tell you something about Jared James. So what he is going to tell you today isn't just theory. He has lived it. He was an agent, so he knows what he's talking about. He's been there, and he's super insightful. So recently he was just recognized as one of the most influential people in the real estate industry. So that's huge. Okay. So you might think, how does someone of this caliber choose to be in a room so intimate? Well, reached out. He said, yes, I want to be there. I want to be in that room in Northern California. So please, let's show this man why he said yes. Get up on your feet. Give a huge welcome to Jared James.
Zero chance I'm staying up here. So, how many of you have some kind of context with me? You've heard of me, you watched a video, or you thought I was a Subway guy? Let's just get it out of the way. How many of you have no context at all? Like you just can't wait to tell me how much you don't know me? That whole table has got seat fillers over here. Awesome. Guys, I am. Everywhere I go, I say that I'm excited to be there. I'm not always, if I'm being completely honest. I'm genuinely excited to do this right here. Like this to me is, I like doing this more than doing an arena. Like you can actually see people, you can read the crowd. My buddy, when I was coming in, he goes, so what are you gonna talk about? I go, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna see what they want to hear about, right? You're all in real estate, right? Yeah. Any of you mortgage brokers? Okay, how many years are we talking here? Like, who's been in the industry like less than 5 years? Who got in during COVID? Call those COVID babies, and not the kind that came out of everybody being, not those babies. We're talking about people who gave up on life and got into real estate. Those are the people we're talking about. Which is pretty much everybody in the world, right? Like everybody became an agent, right? It was just one big factory. And by the way, if that was you, I'm not down to you. You're here. So like, there's a lot of people in this industry that do not belong in our industry, okay? It's one of the things I hate about this industry is we all have the same title. It's like, whether you've been doing this 35 years or 35 minutes, you're a realtor. Maybe not for long. There'll be a new title soon. But most of you are still a member of NAR, correct? Right? And so no matter what it is, you have the same title, and yet there's a difference, right? And at the same time, just because you've been doing it 35 years doesn't mean you're awesome. You might have sucked for 35 years. Any of you newer agents, you ever dealt with one of those, we'll call it more experienced agents? And you just call to ask a question and they lecture you on their bio and you're like, thank you for answering questions I did not ask. And you guys, have any of you had that conversation yet? Because if not, it's coming, okay? Especially for the new people at the table who've never heard of me in this room, which it hurts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, there's an advantage to doing this a long time. You know, it's funny listening to everybody in the market that we're in right now, and everybody's freaking out about the rates and about all this other kind of stuff, and it's like, if you've been around for any time, guys, like 6.5% is not insane. Like, that's normal. That is very normal, okay? And yet at the same time, we're in an industry right now where, you know, my job, I think people always say, oh, you get to motivate people. I hate that. Look, my job is to motivate you, no doubt about it, but I don't get up and say, think big and then think bigger. You know, like that sucks, right? Like, ultimately we're motivated by what we hear and what we can tangibly actually do. You know, and most of you in here, and many people in this industry, are constantly hearing from teachers and coaches who've never actually sold a house. Because I was #1 in the industry, in the country, when I was 26 years old. Yeah. Okay? I don't say that. I honestly don't say that at a lot of places that I go to, but I say that because I have a whole table who's never heard of me, and I want to make sure that they know that they should take notes, okay? But this is not an accidental industry. This is an industry where you get what you deserve, right? You can luck your way into selling your grandmother's house, right? But that's about where it ends. I had a guy come up to me recently at a meet and greet, and he goes, my mother sold her house with someone else. What should I do? And I'm like, you need to find a new job, man. Like, if your mom is using someone else, like, I'm not talking about like you have a disconnected relationship. I mean like she knows you well and she went with someone else. It's time to get into retail. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to move on. But I say all this to you because, look, I know this industry. I grew up in this industry. I was my mother's unpaid assistant for many years, long before I got it, right? You guys think Zillow's inaccurate, and we used to walk around with MLS books, okay, that were bigger than me. And I can read the room. Most of you have no idea what I'm talking about. But that was how we used to do it, okay? I was a little 9-year-old walking around with an MLS book that was completely outdated, okay? And you look at the business now, and it's funny because we keep coming through all of these time frames where we keep coming up with these new forecasts. The latest Zillow forecast, the latest NAR forecast, which you might as well just replace that word with the word guess. Because if you haven't noticed, it changes every 3 months and nobody ever holds anybody accountable. And this year, we are now hoping that we can get to 4.5 million sales. Oh my God. Do you know that last year was probably the worst real estate year in the history of the world?
We know.
Do you, if you don't mind, I'll tell the jokes, sir. But I know I came here to make you feel good, but it is true. Like last year, if you're still here, you owe yourself a round of applause, because that was... 4.06 million sales, okay? You know the last time we did 4 million sales? It was 1995. 1995, and you go, well then, it's not that bad. It's as bad as 1995. There were 70 million less people in the country. Let that sink in. And don't worry, you're gonna feel good. Don't worry. 4 million sales, 70 million less people. And yet here we are in a situation where everybody's trying to figure out when's it gonna come back, when's it gonna bounce, when's it gonna... And part of it is our fault. Because we have a media that is training people, and because we're not out there with our own voices as the experts telling people what's actually going on, we have people who are jumping around right now and they're trying to figure out when the right time is to buy. Do you know that we have 9 million people right now between the ages of 26 and 35 that are still living with their parents asking the question, when should I buy? Do you think that all 9 million? You think that all 9 million want to live with their parents? Hey, some are Italian. It's good cooking. It's good cooking. I have Italian kids, guys. It's all good. But it's because they're being taught that we're supposed to look at this market like it's some kind of Nicolas Cage movie where he's trying to find treasure and the light's supposed to shoot through the window at the right time and remove the rock, and all of a sudden it's time. And they're doing that with rates and pricing. When's the perfect time? When the rates hit the perfect level and the prices are at the perfect level, that now it's time to buy. And so they're hearing this, and here's how I can sum up this market right now. When I say there's 9 million people between the ages of 26 and 35 sitting on the sidelines. Here's what I know for sure. I know for sure that if you give a kid a Snickers bar, that's the happiest kid in the world. But if you bring a kid into a candy store and say, pick one, what do you now have? The most confused child on the face of the earth. Because every candy bar they pick means they didn't pick every other candy bar. What we are doing right now to our overall marketplace, and I'm gonna just weasel in and out of you guys because I can't stand still in front of an audience, okay? Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's a weird thing for a bunch of grown adults to sit still, be quiet, and listen to another grown adult. So we might as well entertain a little bit. Sound good? Okay? End of the day, like, might as well. So when you're being taught that it's this mixture of rate and price, rate and price, rate and price, every time you're about to get off the fence, what happens? Uncle Joe comes in and goes, well, you gotta wait till rates drop. Well, you know, the real estate market's gonna collapse. You guys heard that? Yeah. You know, Uncle Joe said that in 2021. Uncle Joe said that in 2022. Uncle Joe said that in 2020. Uncle Joe has been wrong over and over and over. And you can't do a clawback on where prices used to be. And so they keep in this game trying to figure out, did I miss my opportunity? And the answer is yes, you did miss your opportunity. But half of the problem is that we have a market full of agents who came in during COVID or before and they were told that they're not in sales, that they're matchmakers. And that's why you're broke, because you're a matchmaker. You don't think that we need to be in sales? Guys, being in sales is not a bad thing. It doesn't make you a scumbag. Being a scumbag makes you a scumbag. But when you are dealing with the third most stressful time in someone's life, death, divorce, and moving, dealing with the largest asset they're ever going to own, and you're telling them you're a matchmaker, why the hell do I need you then? An app can do that. I don't need you. And because we don't think that we need to be pros, and we've been taught to be amateurs, we don't know how to really answer people. We're just agreeable. We're basically a walking chat GPT. Some of you will get that. It's an affirmable platform, guys, just so you know. No matter what you say, you know? Who's the most beautiful of all? You are. That's how chat GPT is. You guys know that, right? Like that's, some of you right now, you're confident. You're like, wait a second, I felt we had something going. The smartest tool that's ever been built thinks I'm amazing. Thinks everyone's amazing. And so ultimately, we're operating in this market, we don't know how to answer people, and they're asking questions, but they're just confused. And then they go and watch the news, and the news will tell them one day that a rate is a terrible rate. And then it will drop 0.5%, and they'll say, you know, oh my God, it's a great rate. And then it'll go back to the rate it was at before, and they go, well, it's an okay rate. And then it goes up 0.5 rate, and they go, that's a terrible rate. And then it comes back to where it was before when they said it was a terrible rate, and they go, now that's a great rate, because it came from a different rate. It's just, and they're like, I don't understand. I feel like I'm watching a replay here with different endings. And we don't think that we, someone said, how many of you have heard the question, when's the right time to buy? Have you guys heard that question? Anybody heard that question in this room? Yeah. Okay. Just so you know, it's weird if I ask a question right in front of you, you don't answer. I'm looking right at you, I can see you. This is not an arena, guys, I can see you. So like when I'm a grown adult, ask you a question, and you're like, right, I look at you, and you're just like, I mean, it's just, you should get over that now. Like it's gonna be a long time, all right? Have you guys heard that question? Yeah. Heard that question? One of the major issues that we grew up in this industry with gurus that I listen to, and I'm not ashamed of the word guru, like it's like, you know, whatever, but we listen to gurus who are also very affirmable. And when I came up in the industry, the people I listened to, they would go to events like this and they would teach people in the industry how to answer questions from buyers and sellers. And they would say, is it a great time to buy? Yes, it is. Is it a great time to sell? Yes, it is. Am I full of crap? Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
And then we wonder why we lost any kind of connection with these people because our answer was already determined by what was best for us. Yes, it is. Sometimes it's not a good time to buy. Sometimes the people in this industry have to understand that our industry has got to become way more eHarmony and a little less, what's the one where they all just screw on the first date? Tinder.
Somebody screamed it.
My wife's in the room, I apologize, Dave. Our industry needs to become a little more eHarmony and a little less Tinder. You guys follow? If you don't get that, it's probably better. But like, you understand? We are looking at people as paying our bills next and not understanding lifetime value. And so we're just becoming agreeable to whatever they say to just try to, you know, it's like you meet somebody on a dating app, you're getting the best version. Yeah. Do you like long walks? Yeah, I do. I'm 480 pounds, but I love walking. I walk all the time. Do you like walking? Whatever you say. You like seafood? Allergic, but yes, love it. Seafood, let's go. Seafood, let's do it. That's what we're doing. So people say, I had a friend come up to me recently, and he goes, Jared, come on, give me the real deal. Listen to you, when's the right time to buy? Give me the real deal. It's like when someone goes, you know, look, let me be honest with you. That's always a great start, right? You're like, what was all that crap to begin with? He goes, let me, what's the real deal? He goes, when's the best time to buy? Just tell me. I said, you know what, lean in real close. I'm gonna give it to you straight. 250 years ago, every home in the country. That was the best time. And he goes, come on, man, really, when was it? I said, 3 years ago, every home in the country. He goes, come on, Jared. Last year, every home in the country. Guys, there's never been a 10-year period in the history of the market where the market has not gone up. Never once. He goes, when's the best time to buy? I said, whenever you're ready, willing, and able, but I can promise you this. If you don't do it when you're ready, willing, and able, 10 years from now, you will wish that you bought every home in the country. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Now that's not gibberish like some guru, that's the God's honest truth. The right time to buy or sell is whenever you're ready, willing, and able. We don't time it. It's not cryptocurrency. It is not penny stocks. It is not, it's none of those things. It's a home. It's a long-term, it's, so sitting over here trying to time it. A pro doesn't mind telling somebody because they're looking at eHarmony. They're going, whenever you're ready, willing, and able. I'm not so thirsty that I need to go out tonight. Whenever you're ready, willing, and able. Do you understand? Do you guys follow?
Yes.
So we sit over here and we go, when's it all gonna? And I said, hey, 1995, 4 million sales. And here we are now with all of these guesses. We're just wishing upon a star that we can get to 4.5 million sales. Oh my God, if we could just get to 4.5 million. How many of you were around in 2005? I don't mean like born, I mean like you were. Do you know in 2005, when there were 50 million less people in this country, we did 7.2 million sales?
Wow.
Were you newbies in the room? Did you know that? While we're over here wishing upon a star to get to 4.6, 4.5, with 50 million less people, we did 7.2 million sales. 4.5 million sales is a travesty. That's an absolute, that is terrible for the number of people in our country. But what happens is everybody is paralyzed right now, being told that they've got to hit everything at the perfect time. And it is up to us to educate the market. Even when, by the way, sometimes it's not a good time to buy. You gonna be there long term? You're not gonna be there long term? What's the situation? We need more details. Okay? The best, what a pro answers a question many times with a better question. They probe. They want to know what's happening. They know what to say. The difference between a pro and an amateur is an amateur does something enough times to get it right. A pro does it so many times they don't know how to get it wrong. They don't even know how. When my buddy asked me, what are you going to talk about? I don't know what I'm going to say. Oh, let's get out of here. I've done it so many times, I don't even know how to get it wrong. You understand? You ever driven home the same way every day? And you pull into your neighborhood and you go, how did I get here? I could have hit a kid. I don't remember stopping at a stop sign. Some of you showed up at your ex's house. You're like, it's a psychological thing. A pro doesn't even know how to get it wrong. A pro understands how to answer the questions that people have right now. A pro doesn't rely on them listening to some newscaster reading a teleprompter with no pants on. A pro is educating the consumer. A pro understands that our job right now is to integrate into every area of people's lives, even when it doesn't lead to an immediate sale. Do you understand that? Guys, there's a very important point. I'm still figuring out where I'm going to go with you guys. I'm figuring it out. We don't make people buy and sell. Do you understand that? Our job is to be there when it happens. We're not Apple that develops a new phone and goes, oh, you're outdated and your headphones aren't going to work. Next up. We don't make anyone do what we sell. It happens regardless. Our job is to be there when it happens. I had a very major coach in this industry that you all know very well, who during the time when rates started rising, and we're still in this situation where sellers are looking at it and they're going, I got a 2.8 rate, why would I move? Why would I go into a home for 6%? And Realtor Magazine called me, and a couple other places called me. Is this being recorded? I'm trying to figure out how honest I can be. It is being recorded? I think it is, right? Okay. Is it going public, or is it all right, I'll give you the taken down version. There's always somebody in the crowd, just say it. They're willing to throw you out there. You know? But I had all these places calling me, and they were saying, like, what's the script? What's the dialogue? It's funny in our industry too now. Nobody believes in scripts, and it's like, yeah. Next time the conversation gets awkward, don't bring up the weather, because that's a script. And all these people asked me, and they were like, well, what's the dialogue? What do you say? What people are? How do you talk them into? How do you talk them into leaving that 2.75% rate and going into a? How do you talk? And I had a very major person in this interview. He's a friend of mine, but I'm never going to give their name up. But even they called me and said, "What are you telling people? Like, what's the thing? What are we doing? What's the?" And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? Talk them into leaving a 2.5% rate for a 6? Why would they do that? That's stupid. That's against their. Would you do it? No. But guess what? Some are gonna. You know why? Because their motivation changes. We all make decisions that are against our best interest on a regular basis because they're against our motivation changes. A job career changes. Our kids go to college somewhere. Our people get divorced. And all of a sudden they're making decisions that are not ideal. Our job is not to talk them into doing it. Our job is to be there when it happens. It's really that simple. I've said the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years, something like that, I've been doing this, like, visibility trumps ability. Visibility trumps ability. It's not the best who wins, guys. And it's not the worst who loses. Have you guys ever seen someone in real estate who sucks at their job? And don't look around. Keep it right here, okay? And they sell a house. And you go, how? And then it happens again. And you're like, were there people involved? Like, how does this keep happening? Do you guys know anybody like that? Say I. You guys know somebody like that? Okay. We are in the economy of convenience. 82% of people work with the first person. They sell their house with the first agent they meet with. Referrals are popular because of convenience. If I need a painter in this area right now, I probably have 1,100 options. There's 1,100 people plus that could paint a room for me. But I'm not from here, so I don't know who to use. And that is an anxiety. What do I do? Who? I can start trying to get some quotes, put it out online, but I don't know who's gonna rob my house. I don't know who just got out of prison. I don't know who's gonna show up on time. I don't know who does a good job. I don't know who prices correctly. But when a friend of mine from the area comes over and goes, you gotta use Bob, he's amazing. Whew. Economy of convenience. People are making decisions every single day based on ease of use. The reason all of you are in this room, and most of you weren't at the eXp event I did in Scottsdale, is because this was a hell of a lot easier. Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Ease of use. We don't make people buy or sell. There's a finite number of transactions. You have to be there when it happens. You're in this room and you go, Jared, it's just not enough transactions. There's just not enough to go around. No, Phil, there's not enough with your name on them. Because someone else crushed. Guys, my best years in the history of my selling real estate were 04, 05, 06. Any of you remember those years? Exodus from the industry. There's no transactions. This industry sucks. I was crushing. There wasn't too few transactions. There was too few transactions with your name on them. One of the things I used to do when I was selling real estate is that I would actually go into my MLS and I would pull from the last 12 months in the areas that I served, and I would look up how many transactions happened overall. And it was a very large number. Is this somebody see? Maybe? All right. Thousands of transactions. And then I would subtract the number of transactions I did in the last 12 months. And I would be left with a very large, humbling number. thousands of transactions who transacted in my area. Mr. Number One, you should all be using me. It's like going golfing and Tiger Woods is out there and you go, nah, who's up next? I like to golf with someone else. Number one, and yet thousands of transactions happened in my area that I was not a part of. Why? Question's why? And the answer, and look, guys, some of them had kids in the business, some of them had, I get it. But you know what the overwhelming answer is? They didn't know I existed. They didn't know I existed. That was it. The table over there? It's my fault you've been under a rock. It's my fault. But you guys get me right now? Like today, now that we're here, we're gonna go to another event, and they're gonna be like, no, we know Jared, because I'm here right now. Visibility. You guys see that? And now that just grew. Okay? So the issue in your area, yes, we need to get better at our skills. Yes, we need to learn how to answer questions better. Yes, we need to understand, look, second place in this industry doesn't make anything. There's no silver medal. There's no second place listing, like that's it. It's zero. But the key to being the most dominant agent in an area is being the most rejected agent in an area. Guys, I have full blogs and videos that are dedicated to telling all of you how terrible I am. And my kids love watching them. And you know what I say? I go, winning, because I'm not thinking about you. You understand? The only way that you become the top is by being the most rejected. You have to put yourself out there so many times that your area's tired of you. I know, they need to start to generate in their head rumors about you. Things they think about you. I heard a table one time talking about me. I was standing behind, they were talking about me. And I'm listening, I'm going, I don't even know that guy. What? But they were certain. Winning. You guys understanding right now? Don't peak in high school. Your job in high school is to be accepted. Your job in high school is to fit in. Guys, even the goth kids look just like their friends because they're so different. They all dress alike, they all look alike, they all listen to the same music because they're so different, but they gotta fit in with every one of their friends. When you become an adult, your job is to be rejected every freaking day. That is how you know you are winning. If you are going to every listing presentation and winning that listing presentation, you suck. Because you are only dealing with people you know. You're taking this potential you have, and what you do is, people always talk about, comparison is the thief of joy. You guys heard of this? Comparison. But we always think about it on the opposite side. And we go comparison, and we go, I'm not like him. He's so much better than me. She's so much prettier than me. That person's such a better athlete. Look how much better their family's put together. Their relationship looks so much better. And we always think of it from that end because we're so insecure. But do you know what top people do? They allow comparison to steal them of their actual potential. Because what they do is they compare against people with less potential and go, I'm doing all right. You guys following? They look at other people and go, I didn't get that one, but I'm here. And look, they're still there, so I'm doing something good. Look, I'm number one in the office, so I must be crushing. Hey, I must be. And they use the exact same principle to hold them back. I did a Q&A once, and somebody asked me, what's my greatest fear? And I was like trying to think about it, because I'm not a fearful person, right? Like I just don't, my head doesn't think that way. And I thought about it, and I said, my greatest fear is leaving this earth to a standing ovation to all of you, and then getting before God and having him say, what the hell? Right. Think about that. Because I understand when I'm operating in what I do, that I have a certain potential, and it's better than some and less than others. But it's mine. And I can take mine and look at someone else and go, I'm doing good, look at me. And my greatest fear is getting to the end and having God go, the hell is that? You're supposed to be double that. And I go, well, wait a second, no, Tracy over here. I don't care. Tracy had, no. You guys follow? So that's the mentality you come with in any market, guys. There is no good market or bad market. There's the market you're in and what you do with it. That's it. Would you guys agree that in this market right now, someone's going to have their best year ever? Yes. Would you also agree someone in this market is going to complain and tell you how there's no opportunity? Yes. Who's right? Who's right? Do you know that post-COVID, I heard again from a very well-known speaker, post-COVID, when everything was going to go virtual, there'll be no more live events because we can do it virtually. As if there's not a difference in this. Right? Like I can, guys, going to a concert and watching the YouTube video are two different experiences. For about 2 years, none of you understood that. Right. No, we get. So I have this very well-known speaker in the industry. We were out at dinner, we were at an event together, and he's like, Jared, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. There's just no events. There's no events. Now guys, I'm sitting across the table from this guy, busier than I've ever been, and not able to do about 99% of the events coming in. And how do I respond to this guy that I've looked up to for years? Do you know why that was his mentality? Because he was still racing in NASCAR with a horse and buggy. He didn't believe in social. He didn't believe in the internet. He didn't believe in... Go figure. Everyone looks at this world right now, they look at everything that happens and everything is a this or this. Like our world, our industry has become so tribal. You're this or you're this. You're this. Most things are and, guys. Most people are way more nuanced. You're this and this. Did you guys see the thing where Brian Buffini came out recently about being a broke content creator? Anybody see that? No. Good to know you guys are keeping up on the industry. So Gary Vee came out and said, over 50% of your time should be content creation. Okay, sure for some. But guys, you know what Gary does. 99%, like he goes, it's over the top to try to get your attention, right? And then Buffini came out and he's like, well, you want to be a content creator, you'll be a broke content creator, you'll be a whatever. Put it out on social. But that's it. I would argue people like you and I are full-time content creators. Not for nothing. Whether it goes on social, whether it happens right here, whether it has. And I'm sitting here and now they start making this argument. Well, is it social media or is it relationships? And I'm like, really? These are pitted against each other? Like, yes, in person. By the way, guys, I do this. I also have an academy with thousands of drinks with Robert Refkin, and then Leo calls me after dinner. And I'm at James Dwiggins' event 1 week later. Everyone wants to make sure you're still on their side. The crazy thing is, if you all would just back up like a video editing app and look at everything, all of this pre-market stuff literally matters not at all, and I'll explain why. First off, let's be clear. Once every company has a pre-market deal with a major portal and everyone's doing it, it's available, that's not called pre-market anymore, guys. That's called the market. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm reading all these articles and I'm going, that's the market. So like, once it's there and available and showing, market. I know it's California, but look, it's still the market. Like that's, guys, do you all understand that AI changes all of this? None of this matters. It used to be, and in a very short amount of time, this is no longer the case. Our consumers would go to Zillow. Our consumers would go to Realty.com. Our consumers would go to Compass. Our consumers would go to eXp. Our consumers would go to... Guys, have you seen the deals done lately with AI companies? Okay. Hey, Alfred. My AI is named Alfred, okay? That was Batman's assistant. His job was to give him tools that made him seem more like a superhuman, even though he wasn't. So this is Alfred. Alfred, I would like a house with at least a half an acre that has a big old island in it, because I have a big family, minimum 3 bedrooms, and I'd like to be near that school over at blank. Can you pull from everywhere and show me what I'm looking at? It goes to everywhere and brings back to you. Not everyone going there anymore. It's all changed now. Do you guys understand that? Yes. It doesn't matter if it is on the least trafficked site in the world. It's not how search works anymore, and we're all arguing over it. It's so stupid. It's not how it works anymore. You guys heard of Google, little startup?
Yeah.
Google. You want to type it in there? You guys know Google?
Yeah.
When you go to Google and you want to know the top 5 best stocks to search, do you say, find me the top 5 best stocks on CNBC? Or do you say, what are the 5 best stocks to look at right now? And it scours the internet, looking at every place possible, and brings back to you. Are you guys following right now? None of it matters. Mom and Dad are fighting. We need it to end. None of it matters. All that matters is our consumer. And you know who doesn't care right now? Our consumer. And every moment we are not focused, by the way, everybody tells you, this is for the consumer, this is for the consumer, this is for the consumer. Every company's for the consumer, and every company's got a different opinion. So someone has to be for the consumer. I would like to think that people that care enough to come out in the middle of their day on a sunny day to get better at what they do would make decisions in their business that are not over here, this one, that one, this or drama, this whatever. What's best for the consumer? And no matter what happens in our industry, because there's going to be a lot of changes, the only thing that you can land on is that it's best for the consumer to work with me. Period. And I will do all of the work. Thank you. Appreciate that. One clap over there. No exception for the applause. That's all that was. But guys, think that's the only thing you can control. All of this stuff going on, and you need to understand it, that your job is to shield the consumer and to give them, during the 3rd most stressful time in their life, a great experience. And to make them feel like they made the right decision to work with you. And to make them feel like they're going to keep working with you over and over again. You know what you don't hear enough of in our industry? With all of this settlement talk and lawsuits, and this one's back over here, and now this one's sending this message to this one, and do you know in the last 12 months, a record number of people worked with an agent? Do you guys know that? Oh, that didn't make Inman? That wasn't on the TMZ of our industry? 91% of people last year made a decision to work with an agent, the highest number on record. Even after the settlement, where there was more transparency because people didn't know what they were doing. So stupid. You know, last year was the lowest number of for sale by owner in the history of our country. Only beating number 2, which was the year before. Don't you think we should know this? When serving our people, they need you. They need don't listen to all the noise. We're just door openers. You know why most consumers think you're an industry full of door openers? Because most of you are. There's a reason why a very low percentage of people make all the money in our industry, while the rest of us just make us look bad. Make sure they made the right decision. Do more than open doors. Do more than try to keep data from them so you're important. Do more, give them a real experience. Make it simple. Give them what they should have. Give them a reason to work with you over and over again. Because what I know is that a record number of people used an agent, but how they're finding you is changing. And that's what you all need to be paying attention to. The quickest way to underperform on your potential is to get romantic about how you got here. I told you I grew up in this industry. You know the number one way that we used to create business? It was a little thing called the phone book. Any of you remember the phone book? Remember when it was more than just a prop for a child at a table? Something to sit up on? You guys remember the phone book? Yes. That was the number one way we created business. Where would I be today if I was teaching call the phone book? That's my opening line. Oh, you guys are going to love this guy. He's going to motivate the hell out of you. Hey, everybody, go to yellowpages.com. I have got some gold for you. Could you imagine? I'm a believer we marry the principle, we date the model. Luckily, I got both. I like this. You marry the principle, you date the model, you date the strategy. Principles are tried and true. The idea of getting in front of someone at the time they need you, before a competitor, when they need you, was true now, true 50 years ago, true 50 years from now. You marry that thing. But you date the model, you date the strategy. The phone book is no longer the strategy. The quickest way to underperform on your potential is to get romantic about how you got here. So you're looking at what made you successful 10 years ago. Some of you are still obsessed with Google and SEO. Have you guys seen the data around like how people are finding people now? Realtor.com came out with a stat, 82%. How many of you right now, here's a good question. How many of you right now, where you used to Google information, you now use some form of an AI platform? Raise your hand. Keep your hands up, please. Keep your hands up. Look around. Look around. For those of you not raising your hand, just say to yourself, what in the actual hell? What in the what? I asked that question because Realtor.com just came out with a study and they said that 82% of consumers right now, you know, people buying and selling, when they want market information or know who to use as an agent in your area, guess where they're going? They're not going to a friend or family, they're using their AI platform of choice. A recommendation from an AI platform has a 440% higher closing ratio than any other source on the internet. That's insanity. People trust it. They trust it. And yet, the majority of the people in this room are still not operating in the world that we actually live in. I'm curious, guys, what's an area one of you works in here? Lincoln? That's where we are, right? Lincoln? Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Alfred, I'm in front of a real estate audience. Could you please just do what we do? Can you act like I'm a buyer or a seller in Lincoln, California, and tell me who are the top 3 agents you would recommend if I wanted to have a great experience? What happens when I do this? Have any of you done this for your own business yet? Okay, more importantly, have you done the next one? By the way, here's the answers. Oh boy. I'm not going to read these off. Alfred, more importantly, can you give me bullet points on what exactly the criteria was that you used to come up with those top 3? Okay, and what I'm about to do, every single one of you got to leave here and do if you have any brains in your head and want to sell real estate.
The phone is dead.
Okay, just told me exactly what it did, exactly what it used, exact criteria. Alfred, can you please act like I am an agent in Lincoln, California that wants to be more GEO compliant and get recommended to almost every buyer and seller in this area, to you and your other AI buddies? Can you give me a step-by-step instructions on exactly what I would need to do online and do it in copy and paste format so I can just go over and paste it everywhere you tell me? Please do this as if I have absolutely no tech savviness at all and am an utter internet nincompoop. Thank you. And what's it doing right now, guys? Can any of you not do? Now what you're going to do at the meet and greet after is you're going to go, Jared, can you give me that prompt? What was the prompt?
It's recorded.
The prompt has become like the modern day guy that shows up at a 5K with brand new sneakers. You know what I'm saying? They show up at the 5K and you can tell it's the first time they've ever run. They're like, look at me, and they got a headband on and they are just trying to win the 5K in the first 100 meters. You guys know what I'm talking about? That's what this obsession over prompts is. Guys, I have done that example over and over and over again, and I'm different every time. I just talk to it. That's it. Can any of you not do what I just did? Now how about this? Alfred, let's go one step further. By the way, GEO is generative engine optimization. It's what AI platforms look at. It's what they use to decide who they're going to recommend. Okay? Visibility trumps ability. People are choosing agents at a record level. How they're finding you is changing. And if you're in this room and you're a little older and you're like, I didn't grow up with AI. Neither did any of us. And the fact that you have such a footprint in this industry, you could dominate if you did the right things. Because it likes you. You've been around. Alfred, again, can we take this one step further? Could you please rewrite my bio across all of my social platforms, my Google business profile, my website, and anywhere else it's important to you for me to be very GEO compliant and to be recommended by you and all of your AI buddies? Can you give me the exact copy and paste bio I should put on every single platform and do it in the number of characters that those platforms allow for? I'm exhausted, guys. Whoa, look at all that work I just did. I'm exhausted. You guys following?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend a lot of time, but guys, that's just, come on. It's the basics. I don't care how good you are, I don't care how long you've been around, I don't care any of that stuff. If you don't show up in the world that consumers are living in right now, you don't exist. Visibility trumps ability. Well, I'm better than her. Doesn't matter. Well, then you owe it to your clients to show up where they go. Well, I don't really believe in awesome. Then I hope you believe in failing. Or underperforming. Guys, our job is not to determine where we like to be. Our job is to find out where our customer is and show up there. Why am I in a ballroom in Lincoln, California right now? Because you're here. Do you think I did a sales meeting beginning of the year with my team and said, if I don't show up in Lincoln, California, my God, this year is a farce? I found out about Lincoln, California today. Today. About an hour ago. Kidding, not kidding. But you're here. And once you're here, I don't go, well, I don't really like Lincoln, California. I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm not a big fan of Lincoln, Nebraska, so I don't know about Lincoln, California. It's probably just another. Oh, my people are there? You guys understand? You don't decide where you want to be. I don't believe in social, I believe in people. What the hell is on social? What? It's like for years, I'm not a big fan of internet leads. What are internet leads? Just a bunch of people who used to be referrals, who now start their process 9 months earlier. When you close an internet lead, does it get to the closing and it's just kind of like a, just so you know, it's not a real closing, it's an internet lead. What are we talking about? Why I don't believe in this new stuff. It doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Yes.
Where are people? My job, once I know where people are, is to what? Go to people. That's it. My job, when I understand that we are eHarmony, and I say, hey, we need to continue to integrate into every part of their lives, even when it doesn't lead to a closing. That means we find out where they live their lives. That means we stop using dumb terms like past client. Oh, you guys didn't like that one? What in the crap is a past client? Like they closed and they're open a free agency now? Guys, there's only two types of clients, guys. There's active clients and prospective clients. Active client is anybody who's actively buying or selling, or anyone who's prospecting on your behalf for someone who will, based on your ability to stay in communication with them post-close. clients. Guys, I get my hair cut every week in front of a lot of people. Gotta keep it tight. It's terrible right now. I went to a stranger last week. I've gone to the same guy for 20-something years. Last week, I had to go to an alien. I'm keeping it together. A lot of Scotch tape. I'm not happy. My point is, every time I leave my barber, do you think he goes, there goes my past client, Jared. Wonder if I'll ever see him again. If he runs into me in a bar, middle of the week, or a restaurant, he's with a friend, he goes, this is my past client, Jared. I may or may not see him in the next 48 to 72 hours. The last 25 years says yes. But who knows? What in the crap is a past client? And then we wonder why. We look at all these different, Zillow and this, they're stealing my clients. Oh, this one's stealing them. Guys, no one can steal what you're taking care of.
Right.
That's not a theft. I have 2 teenage boys, and I know that's tough to believe. Really? Nothing? It's getting less and less tough to believe. I have 2 teenage boys, and I get the advantage of being the dad that the other kids want to be around. Mr. James. They're I called my son the other day, and kids are in the background. He's at college. Joe James! They're yelling in the background. All of them want to be on my Instagram. Everybody but my kids wants to be on my Instagram. Okay, it's embarrassing. One of these kids, who I basically raised, actually, I'm not talking about my kids anymore. I did raise them, not basically. Just clear how that sounded. I raised my children. They're friends. One of them I basically raised. I was his soccer coach. They live at my house. I'm that's my boy, right? And for the sake of the story, we're gonna call him Will. Okay, mainly because his name is Will. And he's not gonna hear this. And so Will comes to me one day, and he's oh my God, Mr. James, so-and-so stole my girlfriend. Guys, I can't be pro stealing, can't be stealing kids, So I get on my phone and I'm well, what color was the van? Describe the mask. And he's there, oh, Mr. J, come on. And I'm gonna skip a lot of details, but I think you guys know where this is going. By the time I was done talking to Will, nobody stole his girlfriend. She willingly left. And as I got deeper with Will, I figured out I'd leave too. He was not a good boyfriend. He was a terrible boyfriend. Now look, if you want to feel bad about Will, listen. In about 30 seconds, a straight 4 out of 10 walked by, and he was goo-goo guy. Okay, he is a teenage boy, so relax, okay? The point is, nobody can steal what you're taking care of. Look, guys, we got this thing in our head that closing means that the relationship is closed as long as we keep sending them apple pie recipes. For those of you who are new to me, I am a nice guy, I swear. Meet me all, seriously. But we got this idea that here's another fundamental truth. You guys ready? You guys taking notes? At least act like you are something, please. The transaction doesn't stop at the closing. It starts at the closing. Guys, there is a pre-close and a post-close. There is a lifetime value of a customer. And the smallest amount of that lifetime value is between the lead stage and the close stage. The least amount of value is between the lead stage and the close stage. All of the value after you've done the work, they like you, they trust you, they know you, everything happens post-close. And that is the moment you all go, toodles! Hope you remember me. Think about that. How many of you have a database in here? How many of you have a... Go ahead. Okay. How many people are in your database? Not to the number, just 1,000, 5,000, 3,000. Give me a number. Yell it out. How much? 2,800. 1,000? 4,000? 8,200. Okay. Let's just call it 2,000. That's a pretty small real estate database. If you know what you're doing, that's a whole other session. But can we just call it 2,000? If the average person buys or sells once every 10 to 10 and a half years, and all the data's all over, I just saw a thing that said 8 to 10, I saw a thing that said 10 to 12, let's just call it 10 years. That means if you have a 2,000 person database, that 10% of those people will buy or sell this year. That means you have 200 transactions right under your nose. Half those people are going to buy or sell, half those people are going to buy and sell, which means you have 300 transactions right under your freaking nose. And by the way, you got to suck real bad to get no referrals from those 300 transactions, which means you probably have 500 transactions right under your nose. And you're over here chasing pre-close. I'm not anti-pre-close, guys. Remember, and not or. I'm anti-pre-close if you are not taking care of post-close. Do you know statistically there are 3 things that consumers, when surveyed, want from you post-close? And I have done audiences all over the world, and nobody gets all 3. That is a sad state of affairs. So I'm going to ask you guys, and if you're in this room and you are in our academy, I'm going to ask you to stay silent. But there are 3 things statistically that they want from you. And the reason why they don't get it from us is because all of our marketing, which is what post-close is about us, us, us. Here's what me. All of you need to ask yourself the question, would you respond to your marketing? Some of you are going, what marketing? I don't even know where you're going from. Little truth serum? True? Would you respond to your marketing? You know, we look at all this stuff now with social and the internet and we go, what's the ROI, right? From an industry that put billboards up for years, never said what's the ROI. Because the first time we walked into a gathering with other adults and they said, saw your billboard, we went, worth it. So top 3 things that they want to know, they want from you. Top 3, what do you guys think they are?
Market update.
There you go. So, by the way, we got to change our language, right? Like words matter. If you don't think words matter, next time your spouse says I love you, look back and go, I like you too. You learn real quick. Words have meanings, okay? Like is more difficult than love, but that's a whole trail I'm not going down right now. I saw something the other day. I told my kid, I said I love you all the time. Don't always like you. You guys follow?
Yeah.
That was first. So the number one thing they want, and this is no particular order, I'm just saying 1, 2, 3, property impact report. We call them nosy neighbors. We say buyers are liars. They said don't show me anything under 2 full bathrooms, and then they went and put in an offer with the listing agent at an open house. Yeah, because it's an emotional experience. They thought they didn't want anything less than 2 full bathrooms, and they went in and it felt like home. But they want a property impact report. This is the most important. Someone's home adds to their net worth, their retirement, more than anything else in the world. They want to know what's going on. Do you not get updates? Any of you have stocks? Any of you have a portfolio? Do you not want updates? So do they. How does this affect this? How does this? And it's an opportunity. Okay? So one is property impact reports. That's what I call them. What's the other two?
Referrals.
Not bad, that's actually close. They want access to your vendors. Okay, what did I say? 1,000 painters. The biggest mistake we make in this industry, we do a thing called the Core 100 with our students, which is one of the top way I built my business, selling real estate, was we had 100 different businesses. Do you know a business-to-business referral has a higher closing ratio than a personal referral? Because of course you referred your brother, it's your brother. But when you refer another business person, they go, you could have picked anybody, and yet you're using them, right? And so the biggest mistake we make in this industry is we only think of the people who sit at the closing table. We go, who's the mortgage, who's the insurance, who's the... Guys, they're joining a new gym. They're getting a new mechanic. They're going to a new doctor. They're getting a new driveway ceiling. They're getting a new roof. They're getting a new, guys, everything. You gotta become Google. There's a thing called the law of reciprocation. The more you give, the more they want to reciprocate. The more you make it easy for them. You have to integrate into every area of their lives, even when it doesn't lead to a sale. Which means 3 years down the road, when they decide they want to get their lawn reseeded, it comes from you. Even if they're not buying or we don't make people buy or sell. Our job is to be there when it happens. Is it all coming together?
Yes.
What's the third one?
I want to show you a real story. I've been following somebody for a year, and I'm about to get the listing. I'm going to reach out and send it to me.
I said, stop sending me pictures like that. What is this? Which part am I reading here? Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. She's showing me like, look, the person's going, I don't know who to go with. I don't know what, and she reaches out to a realtor. That's it, guys. We're not just in selling homes. You gotta, like that's like saying a hockey player just scores goals. There's a lot of skating around. You understand? And sometimes they score and sometimes they don't. Third one. I'm gonna do, instead of sitting here and having you guys guess, I'm gonna do like, you remember that Seinfeld episode where Kramer was like trying to be the movie theater and he was like, press 1 for this, press 2, and then you realize they all sound the same and he goes, why don't you just tell me the movie, right? The third thing they wanna know right now is actually a super important thing that is like happening everywhere all over the country. They want homeowners insurance info. Is that not a big deal right now? How many people right now, is this not crazy that for you to get approved for a mortgage, you have to be within a certain debt to income, you gotta be a certain, like all this stuff. And they go, okay, we think based on this you could afford it and you're not gonna default. But next year, your insurance could go up $1,000 a month. And we go, well, I guess that's the game, hopefully you don't default. What kind of crap is that? We're so concerned about you buying the property, but everybody else can just screw you for the rest of time. And here comes real estate taxes, and here comes, like, it's just like, what? It's insanity. Don't even get me going on that. We're in tax season right now. We all have to do our own taxes because the government doesn't know what we owe. Unless we screw up, and then they go, you owe this, and you go, so you do the whole time?
Yeah. Yep.
I digress. Why don't you just do them and tell me?
Right.
And then I would go to prison, no fines.
Problem solved.
That could be a whole other thing as well, right now. Or how about capital gains? You make too much money, we tax you. But if you lose on the house, you can't write it off. I digress. Let's move on. Homeowners insurance. If you do not have something set up for every single one of your clients 2 weeks before the anniversary of every single time after they sold, after they bought, sold, whatever, until they die, picking up the phone and call them, shoot them a text message, be like, hey, have you checked with your homeowner's insurance company? Is the premium going up? Is it staying the same? Are there better quotes? Here's some people you can talk to do whatever. Do you need to raise the deductible to keep it somewhat whatever? How many of your people have gotten to the end of the year and gotten shocked by a payment that went through the roof and they went, where did that come from? And it was the insurance going way up.
Yep.
How many got that situation? So when you reach out to them with something of value, whether they're buying, selling, nothing, whether they move to another company or not, they go, my God, every time he calls, it's something good. Thank God we checked out. We saved $700. Thanks for letting us know. You have to start to create a situation where they get happy when you reach out. How many of you know someone where every time they call, you go, oh God, open window, open window. Where is an open window or a car driving fast? I'm just going to go end this now. Anybody? And then how many of you know someone you get around those people and you're like the sound of music all of a sudden. It's just the hills are a lot, you're just happy, and it's just, you guys know anybody like that? Okay, if you don't know anybody like that, you're the other one. Just so you know. So you look at me like, there's people like that? I'm like, you are a downer. Like, you're... So you want to start to condition them to want to hear from you. Because you do nothing but give value. I told an audience recently, I was talking to our academy students, and we were doing something about how to get listings. And out of nowhere, I just said to them, I said, guys, why aren't every one of you just downloading your database, that CSV file, and if you don't understand, just Black out for like 12 seconds. I'll be back, don't worry. Downloading that file, that CSV of all of your clients. Why aren't you uploading it to Meta, uploading it to Google, creating a custom audience? Why aren't you buying a Starbucks gift card, whatever it is in the area they love, taking a picture of that UPC, creating an ad that goes only to your clients, that shows up on their phone and says, if you're seeing this, it's because you're a client of mine. I want to let you know I'm thinking about you. I want you to have a cup of coffee on me. That's it. Put $100 on it, $200 on it. Whether they use it or not, how do they feel about you? You guys see that? How about this? I'm not gonna go too far down this because I'll go on for like, there's a lot we could go into here. How about not just deciding how you contact people? How about people have communicative love languages? Hear me out. You guys heard of love language, right? Physical touch, gifts, acts of, right? You get, right? Yeah. And it doesn't matter what yours is, it matters what your, right? If my wife's in here, which she is, and I said something nice earlier, you were gone, you left me. If my wife's a gifts person,
I love you back.
and I'm a, she knows, I said it with my eyes. And she's not, but if she's a gifts person, and I'm a physical touch person, and I just keep going, babe, you look amazing today. Like I just keep, and I'm like, why does she look so? She's going, would you buy me something? Because my language isn't what matters. It's what? People have communicative love languages, and these coaches and trainers that have run around for 50 years telling you 20 calls a day, 20 calls a day. You gotta dial for dollars. Calling is a strategy, a model. Contacting is the one we marry. That's the principle. We don't decide how they want to be contacted. How many of you prefer to text? How many of you prefer to call? How many of you prefer a social DM? How many of you prefer a video? FaceTime? How many of you I don't determine what yours is. And if you're not figuring out what your customer's is, you are wasting 17 out of 20 contacts. You Jared said, I'm staying in touch, I'm talking, No, you try to call me, you'll never get me. If you're not my wife or kids, no chance. You have to speak my communicative love language. And that doesn't mean that you walk up to your clients and go, excuse me, Pam, what is your communicative love language? You're gonna bring me too right back if you start doing that.
Me too.
What you say? How do you prefer I contact you? Like everybody's different. And they're like, I hate text, just call me. And they'll be like, no, just text me, you'll never get me. Oh, I like it when you do. If you're not making a note of that, and that's how you reach out, you're wasting time. Do you guys follow? I wasn't planning on covering that. Do you guys get it? For some of you, that's going to be a nugget. That's what you do. Make sense? Okay, we all have different ways. Leaders are readers. No, they're not. Some are. Leaders are learners. Some learn through reading. Some learn through a podcast. Some learn through a live event. Some learn through principle, strategy. You guys following? Okay? This is how you organize the business, so to say. And I wish we had 8 hours, because I'm literally skipping through so many things in my head right now. Now, let's talk about, in the brief amount of time we have left, how do you, I said that you're going to have these people and you got pre-close and post-close. It's like we got to stay in front of them. You gotta be an option. Visibility trumps ability and all this other kind of stuff, right? So we live in this world right now where it's like, okay, well, AI matters, but what about brand? Everybody's talking about brand. You know, brand matters so much, right? And brand does matter. There's no doubt about it. But like most things, it's not or, it's and. Both of them. The difference is that I said earlier, you need AI to recommend you, right? So you need to be doing the things that are correct online to say, hey, recommend me, this is how you do it. But you also need to get to a place where people just simply ask for you. You know, if I'm in a city, if I'm in Lincoln, California, and I say, hey, what's the top 3 Buffalo Wings joints? It's gonna give me 3, and there might be many others, but I won't even know they exist. But if I'm with my younger son, he's gonna go, where's the nearest Buffalo Wild Wings? Now that's brand. And they both matter. You see, 2 years from now, I can't rely on a group of real estate professionals saying, hey, what's the best video on getting listings by a real estate trainer? Now, I hope that I show up on that, but you know what I have to do from a brand perspective? Hey, Alfred, what's the best Jared James video on? How do you do that? You see, brand visibility has become easier than ever if you know what you're doing. Now, the good news is I'm going to spend about 20-25 minutes talking about this, and you guys, for once, are actually going to hear from someone who does what they say. Because our industry is filled with brand and social gurus and everything else who do nothing but buy their followers, buy views, and trick all of you because you don't know any different. And now they're getting into the AI game. They're all AI experts now. And they play off the fact that the majority of our industry doesn't know any better, and so they fool everybody. I said this earlier, and I'll say this again. I did over 50 million organic views. And yet nobody in this room hates making videos more than I do. Is that tough for some of you to believe?
Yes.
I'm a natural introvert. My wife will tell you, she's always got a new group of friends she wants to introduce me to. I'm good. It's true. Guys, my favorite place in the world is the hotel room. I hate making videos. I hate the sound of my voice. I hate watching myself do something. You're all in your own, I don't like the noise sound. You know who likes how these, you know who watches a video of themselves and goes, you gotta check this guy out. It's me. It's me. That's a serial killer. Like that's, I don't make videos because I like to make videos. I don't make videos because I'm an attention whore. I don't make videos because I'm making up for my father's lost love. I make videos because it's good for business. It's visibility. That's it. Well, I don't really like to. What do you like to win at business? You have to go where people are. Period. So ultimately, when we talk about brand and we talk about, there's the number one way to do it right now is social. There's no way around it. By the way, you know what just became the most important platform? It won't get as many views. This whole AI thing, as far as them pulling who to use, you know, they just switched from Reddit as their main source, which you all should be happy about because none of you were active on it. Do you know what it is now? YouTube Shorts. So take all the videos you've done and start uploading them to YouTube Shorts. You are all that do this going to make a very good living 18 months from now based on what you put on YouTube Shorts. That is where they're pulling from. Now, are they pulling from Instagram? Are they pulling from TikTok? Are they pulling from? Yes. Number one is YouTube Shorts. Now, before I go into what I want to talk about here, I'm going to get very practical with you all, okay? Would that be helpful? We'll get in the weeds a little bit. Is that okay?
Yes.
Before I do that, please don't have that thing where you turn off and go, I'm not going to do that. I'm not on TikTok. It's just a bunch of dancing little girls. Hey guys, there's a little thing called an algorithm.
What do you want?
And on my algorithm, there are no dancing little girls. So if they're all on yours, you have some explaining to do. I openly play my TikTok in front of my wife and have no issue that something's going to show up. Let's just real quick here. No dancing girls, no dancing girls, no dancing girls. It is this. It is this. If it happens later, it's only clear, it's because of this. Okay?
Show up on our phones.
Yeah,
I
everybody.
said it earlier, my job is not to decide where it is
Just got
I want. My
hit.
job is to decide where people are, and that's
My phone's
it. And
dead.
many of you in
It's
this
not.
room, you are disrespecting views. You don't make videos because your last post only got 189 views. I don't get hundreds of thousands like Jared. It was only 189. What would you do to have 189 local people sit and listen to you talk about real estate today? How much is that worth? And when you look at the algorithms, guys, it's delivering to the people that want to hear it. They make money on their participants. They're having a good experience. How How do they have a good experience? By delivering things that they want to know about. So if your video shows up to 181 people, that means 181 local people want to go. And tomorrow, when you talk yourself out of it, someone else in this room puts out a video and has 178 local people watch them. And it ain't you. Do you follow?
Yes.
Every day you don't put up, and it's become easier than ever content. Well, I mean, content is easy now. How many of you don't because you don't know what to talk about? How many of you be honest and be like, I just don't know what to shoot. I don't know. True?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of you don't because you don't like how you look and sound?
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
They're like, this is great, but is your daughter coming? Like, what's happening? That does not match. Guys, I came up with this new theory. Instead of trying to put out like the best of everything, it's so funny too. Like, we live in a world right now where everything is about authenticity. It's just, you want to do well, you just be authentic. And you get these speakers up there, guys. There's not another you. You have to be authentic. Right before you hit post, pick between 13 different filters. Because you're so authentic. I have this new theory where I just, whatever, and if I can just look as bad as possible on video, I want to show up somewhere and have them go, not bad, that was better than I thought. Just a different way of looking at it. I'm just flipping for you. And I would just like you to list for me the top 10 videos a realtor should do right now based on all of your research across the country that has the best chance to go viral and provide value to buyers and sellers in the area and make them want to use me to sell their home or find another one. Thank you. And by the way, can you please do it in a way that you tell me why it works, tell me what the intro should be, what the outro should be, and what the call to action should be? Thank you. I'm exhausted. Guys, here it is. It's listing 10 things that have the best chance to go viral based on, here's another one, how about this? Alfred, sorry to cut you off. The Wi-Fi's a little slow. Can you tell me the top 10 questions that were asked in the Lincoln, California area on Google in the last 30 days, exactly as they were asked so that I can make videos on them? Thank you. Guys, like, what are we doing? The number one thing right now that kills on social are those green screens. You know, let me have a little fun here. Guys, pull up your phones. Pull up your Instagram, go to your profile. If you don't have Instagram, question your life, then go to Facebook. The most engaged platform on the planet. Pull up any kind of, if you have Instagram open, if not, pull up something. If you don't have anything, I'm playing with you, don't feel bad, I'm just playing with you. Pull up some kind of profile. Scroll down a little bit so it shows your post, and hold it in the air for me to see. No cell service, isn't that? Someone just turned their Wi-Fi off. Sorry. I can see some, it's all good, it's all good. Don't worry, all good, all good. Okay guys, do me a favor. Now, in your Instagram or whatever you're on, go type in Jared James, go to my profile. Go to my profile, scroll up a little bit so you can see what's on there. Let me know when you're there. Okay, but I'll just make this point. Do you know what I see when I see a lot of real estate people's accounts? You know what I see all over their profile? A whole hell of a lot of not them. A lot of houses. Every once in a while there's a flyer, and if you zoom in, there's an AI-generated picture of them. Do you know what you notice when you go to my account? It's a hell of a lot of me. Do you think I want to see me? No. I'm the brand. Guys, housing doesn't need branding. If you do, missile hits this place right now, we all go to see Jesus or whatever you believe, the same number of houses will sell tomorrow. Housing doesn't need branding. You do. Do you follow? Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
If you're in this room and you have a private account, Guys, that is like hosting a pool party when everybody shows up, turning off the lights and hiding under the table. Why would you make it difficult for people to connect with you? Well, you know, you're gonna get these weirdos. If anyone in this room thinks they get more weirdos than I do, I get a male and female. Now that's what the block button is for. But you know what I don't do? I don't block everyone, which is what a private account does. Do you guys follow? You don't make it difficult. People don't show up at your house and there's a sign that goes, hide and seek, come get me. I'm somewhere in here. By the way, the door's locked. I hope you're good at picking it. What are we doing? Make it easy for them to connect with you. Does that make sense? Now, easiest form of content today that absolutely crushes. Said you can ask your phone. How about when people, your text messages and emails, what questions do people ask? That's content. What's normal to you is not to the market. Okay? So you've got just answer when someone goes, what's the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification? That's content. Do that video. Videos are the gift that keep on giving. They win today, and people who are buyers and sellers today, 3 months from now, they're not. And 3 months from now, people who weren't buyers and sellers today are buyers and sellers 3 months from now. You know what keeps winning? Your video. It just keeps going. That's why you never take down a video because it didn't perform well. You have to post with no expectation of results. Because they may come in from another video that brings them to your library, and now they watch that good video you did, and they get value from that. But another one brought them in. Whoever they learn from is who they're going to use. Do you follow? So that green screen content is the easiest thing today. You're like, I don't know how to do a green screen. And even you're like, I don't know how to do a green screen. How do I do a green screen? Any of you like that? Okay, I'm going to give you a little site that'll give you a little tutorial for free. Ready? Write this down. YOUTUB. Stop writing. Go to YouTube and say, how do I do a green screen? It'll teach you in 15 seconds. If you are smart enough to make it in real estate, you are smart enough to learn everything you need today. I didn't grow up with this. I hate it. But it works. Do you guys know how I got to 50 million plus? I fired my marketing team. I create, edit, and post every single one of my videos. And I do it all in less than 10 to 15 minutes. Because it is actually authentic. Sometimes I'm sweating coming straight out of the gym. Sometimes it is more. Sometimes I'm sitting in my car. But they know they're talking directly to me. And I don't have video voice where I go, okay, hey, everybody, how are you today? What is that?
Oh my God.
I'm myself. I'm myself, and sometimes it wins and sometimes it doesn't. But every time I don't post, it 100% doesn't win.
Right.
So now with green screens, you don't even need content. You just go to sites. realestatenews.com, inman.com, housingwire.com, CNBC. What's interesting? Let me talk about it. Snapshot, you do a little screenshot, you put it behind you. Again, go to YouTube, it'll show you how to do it, and now you talk about it. And you go, rates just went whatever. This one just did this. Or you look at what I'm posting and go redo it. It's the stuff they want to hear about. Or there's a pothole in your area that doesn't get covered. Talk about it. Guys, it's not that difficult. Are you guys following?
Yes.
We're overthinking this. And every day you are not doing something to get in front of those people. Somebody else is. Let me explain to you what I know about your area and every area that I go into. No matter what country it is, no matter anything. I look at these audiences and I watch how tentative people are about, guys, social media is not social media. Can we just be clear for a second? It's not social media. It's modern day marketing. It's all it is. We call it social media because that's what it was originally called. But let me ask you something. What's this? It's a phone. What do I do the least of anything on this device? Wife and kids, that's all I pick up for.
Yeah.
The least amount of what I do on this. Talk to people. And yet when I pull it out and say, what is this? What do you all say? It's a phone. No, it's not. You following? I got a mini computer in my pocket. You call it a phone because that's what it started as. It's not a phone. Social media. It's not social media. It's modern day marketing. It's no different than what the Sunday paper was. It's visibility. That's all it is. Visibility trumps ability. That's it. That's all it is. And because it wasn't what we grew up with, we go, oh, it's a fad. Well, that worked out real well, didn't it? It's a fad. It's going away. Only young people are on it. Do you know what's crushing right now? Let me show you something. That's pretty good.
Moving.
How many of you in this room are active on Snapchat? I said this to somebody the other day, they go, that's the cheaters app. I immediately showed my wife, I'm like, I'm doing streaks with my kids. Like, that's it. Like, it's streaks with my kids. Like, it's me and my kids, we do pictures back and forth every day. It's like a way to connect, right? Snapchat Spotlight. Every platform ages up. Guys, Facebook was a hookup app for college kids.
Yes, it was.
Do you understand? Snapchat is aging up, and now they have a thing called Snapchat Spotlight, which is basically Reels. I put up a video of my wife and I the other day. It's got 17,000 views. And by the way, guys, on Snapchat, I'm not Jared James. I'm a nobody. I do streaks with college kids, called my kid, like that's it. I got 4 people I do streaks with. My 2 kids, and then 2 kids that are like my kids. That I'm basically like, you know, forever. I don't do anything else. I was like, I have nothing. Every once in a while, somebody will reply to like a thing I put up on stories. I'm like, all right, I have no idea who they are, nothing. But that's it. I don't talk to people. I don't anything. I'm a nobody on Snapchat. So for all of you in here that are like, well, Jerry, you get a lot on that because that's you and all these excuses you tell yourself. 17,000 views. Guys, that's an arena. An arena. And yet I just looked across this room and you're all like, what? What? Do you know what realtors love to do? Can I just throw this out there? I'm gonna end in a nice way. Don't worry, I'm not just gonna keep pummeling you. So, here's what you guys like to do, and I'm with you guys. Here's what's cool about me. Like I told you, I'm from this industry. Like I may not know any one of you, I know every one of you. You follow? So I know you guys. I know those excuses you make, I know what you like to do, I know you're control freaks, I know your kids hate the business. I know you're like, I know it all. Okay, you're late. Back off.
Ouch.
You love to say 2 things whenever you hear anything that keeps you, that pulls you away from doing what you're comfortable doing. You like to say, well, everybody in our area already does that. Or nobody in our area does that. Everyone in our area does that. So you're like, everybody already does it. But that doesn't work in our area, nobody's doing it. So which one is it? Where's the win? You guys follow? The greatest opportunity is when nobody's doing it. How many of you have heard something I've said today and you're like, God, I really should be doing that. God, I suck. So here's the beauty. You are in a room surrounded by people who show up in the middle of a freaking sunny day to get better at your craft. You're the best of the best. You guys deserve to win. So if you heard something in this room that you're like, I should be doing that. Why am I not doing that? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Like, what am I doing here? In the best of the best. That means that the barrier to entry, that difficulty, the fact that nobody, it's an opportunity for winning right there. You're in the best of the best. And you got people like around going, I'm not doing that. You doing that? You on what? Like, the more difficult it is, the easier it becomes for you to win. You follow? Yeah. If everyone's doing it, it becomes more difficult. But when it's something that not everybody's doing, but consumers are there, consumers it becomes easier to win. And so that's how you have to think about it at the end of the day. I don't like learning about having to do Snapchat Spotlight. I give a damn about Snapchat. I'm just streaking with my kids. That sounds good. That can be taken out of context, I want to be clear.
I'm not sure.
Okay. But yeah, exactly. We are fully clothed in these pictures. But you guys understand, like, I'm just connecting with my children. Now I'm like, oh shoot, Spotlight's becoming a thing. 17,000 views. Now look, I get 17,000 views on Instagram and I go, well, that's a loser. That's a loser. For me, I go, that's a loser of a video. But when I put it on a new platform and I go Snapchat Spot, 17,000 people who don't even know me, and I just, opportunity. Do you guys follow? I'm going to end with one thing here that I really want to say to you guys. How many of you would like some free stuff? Like free training, free videos? I'm not selling you a thing today, just so you know. I got no booth in the back, I got nothing, okay? Like literally, I'm not selling you a thing. I'm going to give you guys some free trainings, free training on how to show up on AI. I'll give you some trainings on how to get listings. I'll give you some free templates. I'll give you the slides that I didn't use. I'll give you, they always want the slides. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but send the slides. I don't know. Okay, how many of you like free stuff? Yeah. And then I'm going to end with something. There's some really good slides here, just so you know. Okay. All right, scan that. Okay. All this is going to do is it's going to register you. Within 24 hours, my office is going to send you an email. You get an immediate email as well. I don't even know what it says. I'm sure it's good. But within 24 hours, I know you're not all from eXp, but it's going to say eXp agents, here's the free stuff Jared offered. If you're not from eXp, don't get offended. It's just an eXp event. Okay? Make sense? Yeah. Makes sense. If you don't see it within 24 hours, check your spam folder. Message me on social. I'll make sure you're taken care of. Okay? Here's the thing I wanted to end on, because I've been sitting up here as I'm talking to you guys. And I genuinely mean it too. Like when I say I've got no notes, I got no notes. And some of you are like, we know. We can tell. I literally come up just saying, hey, I want to get value. I want to do something that's going to make. I remember coming to events like this. I remember coming to events just like this. I remember sitting in the audience. I remember listening to people I idolized. I remember and I remember some people wishing for happy hour, and I remember me going, okay, what can I pick up here? What are two things? When I look at an audience, guys, I look at you like popcorn, right? It's like you put that popcorn, the kernels in the microwave, you turn that sucker up, and pop, 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 pop. It's like a drive-by shooting, and then once it slows down, you gotta pull it out because you're gonna burn the popcorn, right? And you pull that popcorn out, and what happens? You got a bunch of white kernels, or a bunch of kernels that turned into what? White popcorn, right? And at the bottom of the bag, what do you got? A bunch of kernels that never fulfilled their purpose. And so my point in saying that to you is, when I say I look at you and I see popcorn, my job is to apply the heat. Your job is to pop. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I'll end with this right here. We live in a world right now. I get it, guys. I can read the room. There's people who've been doing this a long time. There's people who are new. There's people, and the truth is, the more things change, it can get frustrating. Can we be honest? Like we don't like change. We don't like when the toilet paper's in the wrong way, right? It's supposed to come from the top. You know?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
The world functions in a certain way, you know? But I get it. I get how you could be in a room and you're hearing this stuff and you're going, Snapchat Spotlight, I'm not even on Instagram. What the crap is going on? Like, what? You are never going to do everything that a guy like me teaches. But here's one main point that I need you to understand, okay? I made the jokes I did at the beginning about, I think it was the table, you guys who never heard of me before.
I know you now.
Yes, thank you. I feel like I'm in an Adam Sandler movie right now. He's just randomly, you can do it! I'm just like, but I made that joke for a reason, because we have gone through an existence of world where many of the things we believed are not actually true. And what I mean is, how many of you ever heard the line, you never get a second chance to make a
good
first impression? Here's the thing I want you to take from the last 35 minutes of what I said. I don't need you to go be a master on all platforms. That's taking me time. I don't need you to be non-existent either. That's failure. You understand? Just another step, a little bit more. Try, right? But here's why I'm so big on this right now. Because we live in a world where our population, they are living on this. Mm-hmm. They are finding you, they are listening to you, this is where they are. If you live in a world in your local marketplace where the first impression when you meet a potential consumer is mutual, you've already lost. Let me explain. My market is the world. Your market is not. If you are not creating content, putting out videos, and getting in front of people, marketing, to the point when you get in front of your local marketplace, which is the easiest place in the world to be known. You could be interviewing local businesses, you could there's a million things you can do. If when you meet them for the first time, you're meeting them for the first time, and they're meeting you for the first time, you've lost already. They should already know you. The first impression is not mutual. When I walked into this room, and I've been joking around with this table the whole time, the point that I'm trying to make to you is I'm not from here. And yet almost everybody in this room went, we know you, we know you.
Right.
My market's the world. Way more difficult than yours. If you have any goal, if you have any kind of a thing you're thinking out of everything I said here, remember that. If the first impression is mutual, you've already lost. Because if I was in your market, I would dominate you. Because nobody would be meeting me for the first time in person. They would already know me, and it wouldn't be difficult. When I meet people all over the world now, when they come up and say hello, I don't know whether to say thank you or get a restraining order. They know my wife, they know my kids, they know where I just was, they know whatever. My market's the world. Yours is not, and it is not difficult. And you will make the rest of your real estate world so much easier if you just get that point I just made. You're all running uphill because you're continually having to try to meet people and get them to know you. They should already know you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.